Most people think toxic people reveal themselves through insults, aggression, or obvious manipulation. But that's not how it usually works. In real life, toxic behavior is subtle, quiet, strategic. Toxic people rarely show their intentions directly. Instead, they test you. And one of their favorite tools isn't what they say, it's what they ask. Because questions are powerful, they bypass logic, they slip past defenses, and they reveal far more than statements ever could. In this video, you'll learn 5 questions toxic people always ask. Not sometimes, not occasionally, consistently. Once you recognize these questions, you'll start noticing patterns you can't unsee. And, more importantly, you'll understand what each question is really trying to extract from you. Before we begin, quick reminder, if you enjoy psychology-based content that helps you read people more clearly, like the video and subscribe. Now let's start with the first question. Question 1. Why are you so sensitive? On the surface, this sounds harmless, almost caring. But psychologically, this question does something very specific. It shifts responsibility. Instead of addressing their behavior, they redirect the focus onto your emotional response. This question subtly implies, the problem isn't what I did, the problem is how you reacted. Toxic people use this to invalidate boundaries, to reframe disrespect as overreaction. Healthy people ask, what did I do wrong? Toxic people ask, why do you feel that way? Not to understand, but to avoid accountability. Once you accept this framing, your emotions become the problem, not their actions. Question 2. Don't you trust me? This question sounds emotional, even vulnerable, but psychologically it's a pressure tactic. Trust is not something you demand, it's something you build. When someone asks this question prematurely, they're attempting to force emotional commitment without earned safety. What they're really asking is, can I bypass your boundaries? If you hesitate, they frame you as suspicious. If you say yes, they gain access. Toxic people rush trust because time exposes inconsistency. The faster you commit emotionally, the less room you have to observe patterns. Real trust grows slowly. Manipulative trust demands speed. Question 3. Can you explain why you feel that way? This one is subtle and very effective. Healthy communication sometimes requires explanation, but toxic people use this question differently. They don't ask to understand. They ask to collect leverage. Every explanation gives them information, your triggers, your values, your fears, your emotional logic, and later, that information gets used against you. The more you explain yourself, the more they learn how to push you. That's why toxic dynamics feel exhausting. You're always clarifying, always justifying, always defending your reality. Healthy people accept simple statements. Toxic people demand emotional essays. Question 4. Why can't you just let it go? This question appears after boundaries are set, and psychologically it serves one purpose: to make resistance feel unreasonable. They frame persistence as maturity and boundaries as stubbornness. What they're really saying is, why won't you make this easier for me? Letting things go is healthy when harm stops. But when behavior continues, letting it go becomes self-abandonment. Toxic people want peace without change, resolution without accountability. And this question pressures you to choose comfort over respect. Question 5. Are you sure you're remembering this correctly? This is one of the most dangerous questions because it targets perception itself. This question introduces doubt into your memory, your interpretation, your confidence. Psychologically, this is a form of gaslighting. They don't deny reality outright. They destabilize it. Over time, repeated exposure to this question makes people second-guess themselves, seek validation, and lose trust in their own judgment. Healthy people clarify facts. Toxic people erode certainty. And once certainty is gone, control becomes easy. The pattern behind all 5 questions, here's the key insight. These questions aren't about curiosity, they're about positioning. Each one tries to shift responsibility, extract emotional access, weaken boundaries, create self-doubt. Toxic people don't need to dominate openly. They just need you unstable enough to question yourself, and questions are the cleanest way to do that. What to do when you hear these questions? You don't need confrontation. You don't need explanations. You need slowness. Pause before responding. Short answers. Clear boundaries. No emotional over-delivery. The moment toxic people stop getting emotional feedback, their influence weakens. Because manipulation depends on reaction. Silence doesn't mean submission. It means containment. Toxic people reveal themselves not through what they say, but through what they need from you: reassurance, validation, emotional access, self-doubt. When you stop providing those automatically, patterns become obvious. And once you see the pattern, you regain control. If this video helped you understand people more clearly, like and subscribe for more psychology-based content. And next time someone asks one of these questions, don't answer immediately. Observe. That's where clarity begins.